We didn't think about that one, like...
A map?
That's a little...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys are in a little space.
Jeez, feels bad. Tiny as fuck.
It's a bedroom and a hallway.
I don't even know what's going on. I just know now I'm in a room with a demon.
Good. We are just like
In a line.
a train.
Yeah. 'cause
No?
Shugga, shugga, choo choo.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
It looks like
Yeah, not a good
Cool.
start, right?
You failed, and you can act and move normally. So you succeeded. You failed successfully.
Oh, yay!
So you still have your turn. Go ahead.
Okay.
Talad, you had just ripped off the sacred flame, and you watched the thing with like 1,000 hair-like arms just the one spot moved out of the way and then conformed back. And now you see it all just rippling and waving, no longer looking like just black mold. It looks like an alive entity of black tar.
shit.
These tentacles just come out of it and attempt to smack you in the face. A 24 to hit on the first one. A natural 20 on the second one, which gets cancelled, but it still hits.
Why?
I didn't do it. Okay, so that's 26 points of acid damage on the first hit, or 12 points on the second hit, so 38 total. Or one hits your shield, 2 hit you in the chest, and you just start to smell burning as this caustic dripping liquid remains on the spots. Alright. Talad, it's your turn.
Sweet. Moonbeam.
Moonbeam? Okay.
Every time.
Alright, are you doing anything else? Okay.
I'm gonna pray. And
Why does she have two of the same character sheet?
That's what I was. It's like one of those dreams where I'm ill-prepared for a test.
I need you to do. Well, I need you and you to do a wisdom saving throw. You're good. You or this monster is frightened now.
Okay.
Is it?
just go.
5th level blight.
Wow!
That's a lot of damage.
Whoa!
And you need to make a Constitution saving throw against Moonbeam as you enter the Moonbeam space.
I know.
So the door is wide open right now, right?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
filled with beam.
It is filled with beam.
Right. I'm less concerned about walking through
Actually,
it
at
than I
this
am.
point, the door has been blown apart by the Moonbeam. There
Fuck
is no
that
door.
door.
Still has the floor, the beautiful like original wood floors of this.
Oh yeah, you can smell it burning, and you can hear it
Yeah.
just splintering as the full weight of like Bifrost is like being punched into.
There's a part of my brain that's in shock. That's like, man, Dad's gonna kill me.
Inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
This is that thing that killed Tasha Yar in Star
No,
Trek.
it's a...
Kind of, yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. Then I successfully compartmentalize and, say I will deal with this trauma later. And I reach. I've to wear my coat, so I push it back and I reach into the side of my belt and I pull out the wand of magic missiles, and I unload that thing full barrel into this thing in front of me, which is 94 plus 9. Asuka will, like too calm for the situation, walk through the door and pull out the wand as she's turning and just turn and point and unload. Get out of my house.
Okay. So it got hit by Moonbeam. It didn't like that at all. You came in and blighted it. Everyone's ganging up around it here. It does not seem frightened of you. It actually, you think it's about to attack you. And then Asuka comes in, guns a-blazing, and hits it with a magic missile. And goes, suffer!
Oh!
Oh my god, so much math. So you take 56 points of acid damage.
I am doing great.
That's why I didn't.
I will hold a lightning bolt at 5th level. No, I don't want to waste my 5th level. Detect thoughts. Until your spell ends, you can focus your mind on any creature that you can see.
Can see.
I am not doing anything. I am not going to take my movement. Gonna stand on the bed, looking at Moonbeam, going. All right.
Moonbeam moves on top of it again. I'm trying to not hurt as many people, so I guess we'll put it in the hallway.
It basically just takes the wall with it, Delilah. You can now see, as it goes through, the wall just opens up next to you, and you can see down to the floor beneath you. You can see the rest of the house underneath you. You know what? At this point, I say the door frame's gone. If it's taken that, it blasts it off the door frame, and it is currently on the ground. There is no door frame. Unnatural.
Unnatural 20. Yes, that does hit.
Oh wait, sorry, was that a melee attack?
Yes.
Does not hit. Because I have defensive duelist, which adds my proficiency to my AC for melee attacks.
+2 for fire field, so 19 plus proficiency 23.
Jesus. It seems to not be as strong as you wanted it to be.
Son of a bitch. Making one of those rolls.
Okay.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Alright.
It's the second time and we don't know what it does.
Yeah, I know, you won't.
It's the second time you failed.
It's going to be really fun when it happens, when I fail, though.
You push it, you see it go into the moonbeam, and briefly off the side of the open, gaping hole that Moonbeam has created. You lose sight of it.
Where'd it go?
Zura, fine. You can see it stuck to the side that is not being crisped away.
Jeez, I don't like to get
I need you to roll a d6 for me. 1 to 3 is Aska. 4 to 6 is Talad.
Yeah.
So it's too
So it's Talad. Alright. Kirk, yeah, you see, Talad, while you're concentrating, you just feel a sword just cut you right in the back. It doesn't get through your armor, but you just get bonked from behind.
How high off the ground is this? Probably.
Somewhere between 10 to 15 feet, maybe.
That's what I thought. Stride forward, shaking my head, and say, I have suffered my entire life, and I'll be damned if you're going to end it. Unclip a grenade and toss it outside, so that it detonates. Ideally, so it detonates at a point that is close enough, far enough away that it gets hit and we do not.
Yay! Underground.
And the thing, dropped over the side and scuttled underneath you guys.
Oh no, you're gonna
I need you Morbin out over here.
shut up!
Mighty Morbin Morbius.
Mighty Morbin Raiders.
Aye.
This is ambitious. I was gonna say 2.
Oh, you got
have
right there.
You could just. All right. What?
Hold on.
Wait.
It's wrong.
Oh, it's backwards?
Yeah. Sorry. So it fell out this way.
I have been pancakes, oh no. I am but a flapjack of a human.
Bring it on.
As you guys are all down there, and you're all looking around, and you look around in space, and you aren't seeing anything. It's still dark, but you all have dark vision.
Here, look up.
Aska, you just look up a little bit in front of you, and you see just a dark spot, and then it roils, and 3 tentacles go at you. So, Aska, you take 32 points of acid damage, and you see it scutter across the ceiling and out of sight.
Is it still there?
You just see Aska get smacked once really good.
No, it is not gone, you absolute daft cunt!
Wow.
You hear Blair go,
So what are you doing?
Todd!
Tone.
Yeah, I think so.
Attached
I'm
to
gonna
wall.
mandate that one. Actually.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Actually, yeah. Roll.
Ah, well, that's cog, so.
Yeah, maybe not in the.
It really doesn't want to stay in there, does it?
Damn it.
It's close.
I bet.
It's close, though.
That's your
Bonus action shove to the ground. I'm gonna put it on the floor.
feet, but you do shove it 5. You like pull it closer. You shove it from the other side.
Okay.
You push it down 5 feet, so it's well, right on like eye level with you now.
I'm still gonna cry out as a free action talk. It's here!
No.
I found it!
Great.
Blair, it is your turn. I need you to make a wisdom saving. You,
Oh, no, I'm already
Yeah, you're already
there.
on it. So D10.
So, 8.
You sounded so happy. Go ahead and make an attack against Asuka. Asuka, you just duck as the moon blade boom, comes out of nowhere and embeds itself into the outer wall.
I think at this point it's less that I'm actively like trying to avoid anything than just that I'm like tough and have armor on and have a shield and things. So anytime they're trying to hit me, it's just like and I'm like.
All right, well that's your action. So sorry again, as you ran past her, bonked her, and left. You guys get down there, you swing at her again.
Yeah, sorry, not on purpose.
It's
And then she
on the
runs off
wall.
again.
Again.
Again, sorry.
I'm gonna do it.
In there.
All right, I'm gonna use my bonus action.
The first one.
My bonus action, I will cast Expeditious Retreat, which lets me take the dash action as a bonus action. And then I will. So basically, I will run to the edge of the courtyard. Basically, turn around and go no, and go whoop, and zoom back, unhook a grenade, and throw it right into the corner. Basically, as far away from the people as possible.
It would hit Talon, yeah.
That's fine. Send it.
It's a 20-foot radius.
Oh, he will.
Oh,
It hits me.
well, you send it.
So you all take 7 points of piercing damage.
Ain't motherfucking dead yet.
See her shoot off an arrow,
Oh.
and it just is labeled for it. And you see it hits,
Oh, yes.
cuts it in half, takes half of it, and sticks it into like the side wall over here. Just hits and grinds deeper into the wall, impaling it. The other half falls onto the ground right in front of you. They melt. Both pieces that came apart slowly begin to coagulate until there's 2 smaller versions of this one thing.
Kill with magic.
Baby demons.
I wanna just like pull off a bow into the air, or an arrow off into the air and hope it lands on it. Can I do that?
Oh.
5!
You have no idea where that bitch went. It's open air. You just see it go.
There's no ceiling.
And it disappears behind the roofs of
Out
neighboring
above the
buildings. Technically still flanked by having to watch both of them. So, yeah. Pill and load at you with advantage. One roll was a natural 1, and one was a natural 20. Unnatural 20 on the second one, so also hits 21. So all 3 hit, but they do not crit against you, which is the most infuriating magic item I've given out. You take 62 points of acid damage as these 3 tentacles just smack you in the back.
Yeah, you are.
Super down.
How far up were you in the air? Okay, so you just drop to the ground.
It's nap time for
crit,
2
you
odd
get 2
guys.
save.
Oh, fuck!
16 to hit.
Nope.
That's 18 to hit.
Nope.
It takes stock of that.
Recalculates.
No.
Uses its last attack to hit Talon. Oh! And that's going to be 26, which is an auto crit, so you
Yeah.
lose 2 death saves.
But do I get crits with adamantium?
Interesting.
That's an interesting argument.
Yeah, please.
While you're wearing it, any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit. So I'll say an auto crit is still reduced to a normal hit. So you
Nice.
lose 1
One-
death save. You can go ahead and make an opportunity attack as it goes up the wall 20 feet and disappears onto the roof. Alright, Talad, go ahead and give me a death save.
Hi. I got it like many times before this.
No pressure.
Shut up.
Oh!
Stop.
Can you fail?
I think that looks like a fail.
That's a con plus, right?
Nope. It is
No,
a
it's
straight roll.
straight.
7.
7? You have 2 death saves.
Go.
Oh shit.
Alright. Fireball onto this guy. Fireball.
Pretty big. I think it's pretty
Yeah,
big.
don't get a Talad in there or he's dead.
Telling you that
20
now.
foot
Yeah. You let off the fireball. Boom! Shuns it. It also clips a cart that was in the street, just like parked. It does have enough range to hit that. So you see the cart just boom, explode into fire, and parts of it land on a bordering house.
There's a regular acts of terror.
There you go. That's on brand.
This feels familiar.
Arson. Arson's the word. Arson! It's time for arson!
Saloon lobs the fireball. Boom! It explodes, and then her eyes start to crackle with like blue fire almost. Her hair just sets off away from her, and the bits, just the edges of her hair seem to be flickering like flame.
Being 5 feet. That's where. Are we in dim light or?
A total darkness, actually.
Okay, so I'm going 10 feet now. And I'm gonna fly up 30 feet. Or 40 feet, sorry, to chase after that one fucker.
Talad,
Yeah!
you come out of the darkness with 1 hit point as
What?
Blair stands over you with a potion bottle in your mouth.
I'm gonna smack him for bardic inspiration. You need to do better. And then look at the rest. Need some help over here. Not enough to do damage, but I have to
Damn it.
show disappointment.
2 missed attacks against Aska. 1 behind it at the prone Talad. So you're at 5 hit points,
Okay.
which is
Still probably.
less than 11. So
Indeed.
you're
Yeah.
still
Still
unconscious.
So,
It's a very cute house that we destroyed.
10!
10? Alright, you barely succeed. As you raise up like 10 feet or so, you see it just slink over on the other side. So you get an eye on both.
Okay. Meta magic, twin spell, 5th level blight. 15 points of necrotic damage.
On both of them?
Yes.
Okay. The one on the roof, you watch as you cast it, and it just melts apart and starts to just flow down the other side. This one roils in pain and starts to melt and drip, but is barely holding together.
How hurt does this thing look?
It looks like it's barely holding together.
Okay, I'll just do this.
Really morbid.
26.
26 to hit. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So 13 slashing damage.
13. As you come down with your moonblade and cut it in half, it just splashes up into your face, into, well, everyone's face, like throwing a water balloon at the ground, just throws it everywhere, and you feel like you vanquished this demon. As you guys look around the space, you do see that the house across the street is slowly catching on fire.
Fly over there and ray of frost.
There's a guy that like runs up over there and sees you. He's like, "I'll go get a bucket." As you ray of frost and start to look around, you do see that people are kind of like flooding into the not a lot of people for this time of night, but the people in this block, like a city block, are starting to investigate what this obvious battle with explosions and moonbeams and glowing gods are. Blair, you can actually see a few people talking, and with your dark vision, you're reading their lips. You see that they're... Is that the Forge? Forge never goes out. Okay.
I cast Cure Wounds on Talad.
So
Do you have
people were talking that the forge never goes out. I mean, I'm not expert, but isn't
No.
this-
You remember when we arrived a couple days ago, I greeted the, well, I suppose you you wouldn't have understood the language, but this place is called the Everbright Forge. It was lit by an elemental bound to this place. The forge itself doesn't use coal, doesn't have any kind of source.
He was bound. How would he just leave?
He wouldn't.
It was a fiend. You need more
Did it?
information other than that.
It would be helpful, yes.
Indeed, but what more?
I won't know until I find out. Now, if you have something better to do, I suggest you do it, and I'm gonna collect the dust.
Asuka looks around at everyone. This latest consequence to her poor decisions says, I need to work. I need some time. She takes her knife and cuts a line along the outside of her wrist, the backside of her arm, and just drips blood into the crucible until it's mostly full, and she sets that to heating above the kiln and starts engraving patterns and runes on her equipment.
I was just going towards the townspeople to go ask if anyone's, seen Locust, heard anything, where he might be.
Nothing rings a bell. I haven't seen him I haven't talked to him at least in a couple of days. Well, I mean, maybe the Buckings, but yeah, I don't know who's all watching the forge at all times, but...
Thank you. And if there's anything that we can do, any damage we might have caused, please let us know, gestures at the other group members.
Oh, well, was this you? And points to the half-burned cart that's now completely frozen by a ray of frost that's, like, in their front window.
It's over at Delilah. Actually, fixing things tends to be her specialty, if you wouldn't mind passing that on to her.
Oi! What's this then?
Oh my god.
Broken fiery area.
Yeah, it's all fucked up. You think we can fix it?
But
It might take some time, but we'll get it fixed. Probably not
So,
well, but this is the free labor, so.
so it's like you take about 10 minutes or so, and with their help, they move the cart off, and you're able to mend the floorboards that have been damaged. The window is... Yeah, that's not gonna work. They just need a new window. We can
That's
fix.
illusion. It's a fake window.
There you go. Wow, it's looking great! And like puts his hand through it. That's not gonna work for the birds.
Just
Looks over at the blood where it's kind of bubbling and goes to Tulad where he is. There's no easy way to ask this. Would you try maybe to bless my blood?
Sorry, Asuka, are you asking me to try to make your blood sort of you wish me to remove the... What?
Not in me. Not in me. Just over here.
Yeah.
I just want it cleansed. I don't want Scabarin or any of the devilish part of my ancestry to be present in the work that I'm trying to do.
Asuka, you know that this cleanliness that you ask for is very difficult to ascertain without a devotion of sorts.
I walk
just picked-
over.
Yeah.
I walk over and touch the chalice of blood or whatever and bless it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Fucking Tulad.
And I go over and I put it back. I put the crucible back on the kiln and I say, "All right, where's Kirk?" At this point, Asuka perks up a little bit. She's like, "All right, we understand that Electrum is it's a catalyst of sorts.
You want to use whatever it is you're doing in some Electrum to trying to imbue your armor with more power?
Yes.
Do you have a scale thing? I'm gonna hand
Whenever
you
that switches over.
a small, like a measuring thing.
Yeah.
But I'm
That's
just
fine.
very delicate.
While this is all going down, I wanted to talk to those neighbors that were
Right.
burned out forever ago.
You walk up, you see someone like looking at you behind a window, and then they pull the drapes back in. They are inside the house.
We actually just had a bit of a situation at the forge, and I was wondering, well, I was told that you might possibly have seen what happened when the forge went dark, or perhaps where Locust went.
Nope, didn't see nothing. Sorry. Have a good night.
It's unfortunate that you didn't see anything. I am actually working with the guards right now to try to figure out, we're looking at a missing persons incident with Locust, so...
I saw Locust confronted by someone, customer perhaps, and when I came back, the forge was dark. Please, I'd rather not get involved.
Completely understandable.
And the door closes.
The electrum, that little bit of electrum, into the bubbling blood, and waited for it to like fully melt down and mix up. I take it off of the flames, and I paint my left hand. I placed a handprint on the helmet, and I say, "By the ashes of my past, I will be vigilant in the future. So mote it be," and place it on the boss of the shield. "By the spark in my spirit, I will be loyal to my own. So mote it be." Place a print right on the center and says, "By the fire in my veins, I will be ready. So mote it be. This my oath before the powers to stand till death in defense of this plane. No other oath shall bind me, nor any power claim me. So mote it be."
And you start to feel this burning across your back. At that same moment, the smoke from the kiln starts to thicken until it just turns into a column of fire before quieting down just as fast. Starts to get lighter and lighter as you realize that moving from out of behind the clouds, a full moon now illuminates the area.
By the stars, the kindling hath been lit.
Did you write those yourself? Did you get a Marvel book somewhere? They were really
No,
nice, very pretty.
Hold my hand on it. It like flashes in like a kind of highlight of flame kind of goes over it, and it dissolves into like black smoke, and it kind of travels up my arm and settles, and the shield, well, not the shield, but the helmet also does, and it kind of like it all travels up my arm and like rests over my body. I shake my head and the helmet kind of disappears, but the rest of it stays, and I'm like, I guess something happened.
Well, I'll be damned. I've seen civil disturbances, I've seen plenty of fights, but never once have I seen the light of the Everbright Forge run out.
Is that the voice of the...
Who is this?
And then he just goes, and property damage to other houses. I'm hoping there's no bodies lying around here, but when I can see you from the watchtower 4 blocks away, someone was having quite a party. Now, do make my job easier, and won't you come with us? And he looks over his shoulder, and you see piling into the street and around the forge are 15 to 20 Lorethian guard in
Yeah, that's fair.
formation.